Hello Star Citizens! Today I am going to be showing you the power management tab in the HUD. It is again in the left hand side of your helmet HUD, not the HUD in the ship, as you can kind of tell. The helmet follows you, the ship doesn't when you do that. Again, you have your hologram with the ship, and that's all. I've gone over that twice now. You really should know that by now. But the interesting part of the power systems is that you can adjust power to basically 3 different groupings, and the groupings you're not allowed to adjust the groupings yet. I'm hoping that they implement that kind of functionality because that would be very interesting. But essentially, you're going to need to use 1 or 7 to select the what's going on here? There we go. You're going to need to use 1 or 7 to select the proper left-hand side, and then you can use basically 2 or 8 or 1 or 7 to cycle through until you get to this triangle, and you can see it flashing now. So once you get to this triangle, you can press 5, which locks in your selection of the triangle, and then you can use 2, 8, 4, and 6 to adjust your power. So group 1 in the Hornet is going to be weapon systems, as you can see denoted by this area right here. That's the first group, and it has all my weapons in it. So if I wanted to divert all my power to weapon systems because, say, my engines and shields are not working, I could just do that, and then I have super weapons. Again, a note is that it really, you can see my shields completely go away because of that, because they don't have any power. Just to know, the boosted weapon system power doesn't really do much other than increase the gimbal tracking, and the shadows are kind of funky, but you can see that happening there. And it also will increase the rate at which your energy weapons refresh or recharge. That's the word I'm looking for. And it will also increase the rate at which your projectile weapons reload. So then over on G2 we have the shield systems. Whoops, I totally got out of that. It's very easy to screw this up when you don't actually have a numpad and you're just using your mouse with a numpad on it. But say I divert all my power to shields, well, now my weapon systems don't have enough power to actually fire everything all at once. And as a result, my Bulldog repeaters kind of are the only things that can fire. My shields are very strong, but I am again going to be quite slow, not very maneuverable, and my weapons don't fire, so it's not all that great. But it is nice to note, and you can see when I'm using a lot more power, you can see those lightning bolts light up over there, and that's basically saying that you don't have enough power. So do something about that. The next system down here, G3, that is a grouping for maneuverability essentially, so that is going to give you extra maneuverability, faster turns, and I don't know if it actually increases your boost. I mean, it still only says 200% here, so I don't know if it actually increases your boost speed, but regardless, the maneuverability is very nice. It makes it very easy to black out though, so that is something to be very aware of. Basically, you don't want to leave this triangle though, this big triangle up here. If you're outside of this triangle in any way, you are diverting too much power to a single system, and you are kind of just screwing yourself. But it is good to spend some time with this and just kind of play around and just be like, look, what happens when I add a few ticks to the shields, or what happens when I add a little power to the weapons, and you know, kind of feel out your play style. I mean, some people are going to be the dogfighters and they want that extra maneuverability, even if it means they can't fire as much. So it's good to know, and I really have found that I like to just put a little extra power in the weapon systems. I don't need as much for maneuvering, at least in the Vandal Swarm mode. Maybe it'll change when I actually get access to multiplayer. But, I mean, I just put a little power in the weapon systems, and then my Bulldog Repeater and my Mantis, they hit a little bit harder, or the Yominskis, when I load them on. So, basically, just showing you how the, this is just how the weapons, or the power system works. If I left anything out, please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike the video, dislike it. Please leave a comment if you dislike it though, because I'd really like to make my videos as good as possible. And happy flying and happy vandal hunting. I really need a better sign off. Alright, thanks for watching guys.